Konnichiwa, Ian des. Let's learn some English. So today we're going to learn some questions about when you get to know somebody. So if you're at work or you're at a bar, a party, if you meet someone new, you want to ask them some questions to get to know them. So let's go through some. First one is pretty straightforward. What is your name? If they haven't told you their name, ask, what's your name? My name is Ian. What's your name? Also, it's pretty common to ask, where are you from? Even if they look Japanese, you still ask, where are you from? And they may say a different prefecture to you, or they may say a different country. It's always interesting to know where someone is from. So, where are you from? You can also ask, what is your job, or what do you do for work? You might even hear, what do you do for a living? That's just asking what their job is. Obviously, if you're at work and you meet a new person, you probably know what their job is. Well, you might not. You might say, sort of, what department are you at? What's your job within this company? So, what's your job? My job is teaching you English. It's probably not the best question, but it's still interesting. If you want to know someone, ask a bit of a strange question, you can say, what's the last thing you had to eat? Or you can ask, what did you have for lunch? Or what did you have for dinner yesterday? It's a bit random, but a fun thing to ask. So, what did you last have to eat? I had an omelette. I had an omelette for lunch. That was the last thing I ate. And are you married? You might say it's a little personal. You can still ask it though. If you're a guy asking a girl, it's a bit creepy, but it's still a normal conversation starter. This is more for a online type question, so I can ask you, are you tall or short? Because I can't see you. It's a bit of a shallow question, but you can still ask someone. It's interesting to find out about them. Sort of, are you tall? Do you think I'm tall? You never know, because I'm always sat here. I think I'm just average. But this is a good question. So you can ask someone how they spend their free time, which really means sort of, what hobbies do you do? What do you like to do outside of work? And if they're interesting, they'll have all sorts of hobbies. But most people get a bit scared and just say, I like to go to the gym and cook, which is what I like to do. Yeah, exercise, cooking, reading books, watching anime. These are all sort of how you spend your free time. So what do you do? I think you study English. Anything else? And if they didn't mention they like to cook, you can ask them. Everyone likes to eat, so it's okay to ask, do you like to cook? And if they say yes, you can ask them what. They can tell you their favourite meal. They can tell you they like to make sushi. Also, what's your favourite food? Very good question. Everyone has a favourite food. So what's your favourite food? I think mine is pizza. Yeah, I'll say pizza. And you can also ask, do you have any brothers or sisters? It's always interesting to find out people's families. Maybe they have no brothers or sisters. Maybe they're the oldest, the youngest. Maybe they're only got brothers or sisters. It's interesting to ask. You can also ask about pets. Do you have any animals in your house? Any pets? Do you have a cat? A dog? A rabbit? I have a cat. It's also good to ask about music. So what kind of music do you like? This is good if you're in a bar and there's music playing. You can say, I like this song. what kind of music do you like? And they'll tell you whatever band it is. They like J-pop, or they like rock and roll. Everybody likes to watch films or movies, so you can ask about that. Maybe they want to change it, say what's your favourite anime, what's your favourite American movie. You know, it's a good conversation starter, and you can say what your film is, and they can say if they've seen it or not. You can go back and forth and talk about different films you like. Even what type. Do you like comedy? Do you like action? Do you like romance? You can find out more about the person. And then we have, do you like the morning or the night? Some people like to wake up early, get everything done. Some people like to stay up very late. It's interesting how different people are. I used to like staying up late at night, but now I've changed and I like to wake up early and get everything done before everyone else is awake. A very simple question is, do you live in a house or an apartment? Again, if you're a guy asking a woman, it's a bit creepy. Why do you need to know about their house? But sometimes you might just want to ask. Depends on the situation, but it can be a good question. I live in a house, but I have lived in many apartments before. Who do you live with? You might think it's a little personal, but it's okay to ask. You can just sort of say, who do you live with? Maybe they live with their family, their parents, their brother, their sister. Maybe they live with their friends. Maybe they live with their boyfriend. Maybe they live by themselves. Just them and their cat. So we all had to go to school. So you can ask, did you enjoy school? If you're kind of my age, you might not ask that because I went to school 20 years ago. But if you're a bit younger, talking about school can be good. You can ask many questions about what school did you go to, what was it like, did you like the teachers, did you like the lessons, what was your favourite subject? Mine was, I didn't like any of them. I guess PE, because I could play football. But did you enjoy school? Did you enjoy your uniform? Oh, another school question. Did you do well at school? This means, did you do good? Did you get high scores in the exams? I did okay. I did not the top, not the bottom. I didn't fail. I didn't get number one. I did okay. And after school there's university, which is very popular. So you can ask, did you study at university? What did you study? So you can ask questions around that in the same way you can about school. Then we have, what sports do you play? Maybe you don't play any anymore. You could say, when I was younger, I played golf. When I was younger, I played football. Now, I don't play any sports. I do exercise. Is exercise a sport? Maybe. Maybe it's better to ask, do you like to watch sports? Some people get a bit older and don't play anymore, but they still like to watch. So they might say, I like to watch football. Or no, I don't like to really watch. I don't watch much anymore. Maybe some football occasionally. Not a lot. But I still like it. Do you like beer? Well, it's a very good question to ask a new friend. Or you can change it to whatever drink you like. Do I like beer? Yes, but I don't drink it anymore. I just drink tea. But maybe you drink beer. Do you like beer? Maybe it's better to ask, do you like to read? A lot of people like to read books, so it can be interesting to ask about that and find out about the different books they're reading. It's kind of like the question before about movies. Some people like movies, some people like books, some people like both. Do you read books? Hopefully English books. Bit of an interesting question, but it's good to know. So what time do you go to bed at? Really, you're asking about someone's general life. Kind of goes back to, do you like the morning or the night? It's interesting to ask someone this. Someone will say, I go exactly 9 p.m. every day. Other people will say, yeah, I go when I'm tired. So it's an interesting question to ask. And if you're like me, you like learning languages, teaching languages, you're probably going to ask someone, what languages can you speak? Especially if you're Japanese and you're speaking English, it's obvious you know 2 languages, so ask the person you're speaking to, do they know any languages? What can you speak? Can you speak Japanese as well? Can you speak English? You'd be surprised what different languages people can speak. It's quite interesting. And that is the end. Okay, so that was some quick questions to ask somebody you've just met. Hopefully you find them useful. Is there any of those questions anyone has asked you when you're on language exchange apps? Something like Hello Talk. Has anyone asked you any of those questions? Have you asked any of those questions? I think I answered them all. So now you know my answers, so what's your answers? Pick one and tell me the answer. I want to know about you, since you're new to me. And of course, if you want more lessons, more videos, more vocabulary, worksheets, everything English, go to the website. It's all there to sign up for free. Thank you very much. Arigato. Matane.